So this is a safe space and no one's got any right to judge anyone else. So when people are talking and bringing up what they would like to clean, it's not our place to tell them what they should be doing. It's not our place to give advice. It's not our place to offer any help. It's our place to hear. That's what we're doing today. We're hearing them and we're cleaning our things that are going on, that they're mirroring in their life, that's coming up in ours too. If there was more people, I'd say pop your name into the chat box if you wish, and you can bring anything you want and we can clean on it together. So this is me. It's just a quick hi, I'm Emma McGowan. I live in Portugal. I'm a Ho'oponopono practitioner, and I also do Sacred Freedom Protocol and Advanced Ho'oponopono. Now, I just got something I'd like to share with you today. So, there we go. So I'd like to share this moment to connect as we begin. Today, the world is not anything like we are used to, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now on a global level. So I'd like to invite you to just pause. Pause and reconnect to the element of air and breathe. Allow yourself to breathe in naturally. Notice the abundance of air. It's something that we can all experience right now collectively and give thanks. Feel it entering your body and feel the temperature as it enters the body. Does it carry any aroma? Is the scent pleasant if there is something that you can smell? And what can you hear on the breeze? And if there is any external noises, that's okay. It's just life. Let that go. Now we can't see air because it's invisible, but we can see our chest when it rises and falls. And we are blessed because no matter what, we still have this one breath. So receive this breath of life from the universe. And please place your hands over your hearts and sense your heart space. Our heart space is nature itself. It is already at zero. It radiates pure and natural, unconditional love. And no matter what is going on in our lives, we can still choose to pause. As sure as the great sun will rise in the morning, we can choose to reconnect to the element of air and reconnect to the divine, which is the source within ourselves. And we can reconnect back to the source, the divine, through our heart space. So I hope you enjoyed that just then. And now we've done that. It wasn't really a meditation, but it was something that I'd like you to be able to reflect on, especially when things get a bit tough and you feel like life's getting a bit frustrating. Just take that moment to pause and allow yourself to let other things come in. Now we're going to move on now to a little bit of square breathing. It's also known as box breathing for martial artists. Now, by practicing square breathing, we're taking ourselves to center so that we can apply the 4 phrases or affirmations, as I like to call them in Ho'oponopono, from a place of clarity and allow ourselves to open up to allow inspiration to come in. So if you'd like to take a moment and now inhale while counting to 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one last time round, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to clean on our problems, and to do that we're going to take the person who wants to clean on their problem, who will speak, and everyone else is not cleaning on the same problem. They're cleaning on whatever that they see in the person speaking, which is also in them. Okay, so once the person has spoken and said what they wish to clean on, we repeat the 4 statements together, which is I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. And while we repeat those 4 statements, we're focusing on whatever the problem is, or or we're cleaning on whatever's in them that is also in us. So, would anyone like to share something that's frustrating them at the moment?
Not going out very far. We're restricted to 5 miles at the moment, and we can't really see family either unless they're in a social bubble here in the UK.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So I'd invite everyone now to clean together. So you can clean out loud or you can clean in your head. It's up to you. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you.
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Daniela, would you like to bring anything to clean on?
Yes, please. I would like to clean. I have been in the same job for 25, 27 years, and I would really like to start a new page, a new chapter in my life. And I believe Ho'oponopo can really clear it all and set everything in the right position, because at the moment I can't see how I can take my next step, but I'm working on it and I believe it can be done. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. So all together, we're now cleaning together. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. We've got someone else who's joined us. I don't know whether you'd like to share anything or tap anything into the chat box that you'd like to me to read out for you for us to clean together? Is it Yorick? No. We're just admitting someone else now. So just for those who've joined, what we're doing is we're cleaning on whatever our problem is, and we're bringing it to the group, and then everyone's going to clean on it together. Only we're cleaning on what we see that's also in us. So if anyone would like to bring anything up, feel free to unmute yourself and bring up what problem, what is frustrating you at the moment in your life, what you would like to clean on. So I'm going to bring up what's frustrating me. I bet you can guess what it is as well. So right now I'm just frustrated that the Zoom link wasn't working on the link, and that the people who wanted to get here weren't able to. So I'd like to clean, well, I'm going to clean on that. But thank you for listening. I love you.
Got here in the end.
Pardon?
Got here in the end.
No, thank you.
Kept trying.
So yeah, so if we'd all like to clean together, we all know the phrases, yeah? So that's I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me,
I thank you.
yeah. I love you,
I'm sorry.
sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. So Fiona, is there anything that's frustrating you that you'd like to clean on today?
Weather. I don't suppose we can do much about weather, but yeah, it's frustrated my plans slightly for today. And tech. No, I think I'm good, honestly.
So we're cleaning on weather and tech, and so we're cleaning on whatever we see in what Fiona's shared, which is also in us.
Yeah.
I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. And one more time, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. Okay, is there anything else anyone would like to bring up to group, or any questions that they'd like to ask about Ho'oponopono?
I'm finding it very interesting. I know it's not a question, but I think it's quite fascinating also.
Thank you for sharing.
I had a couple of questions, but I've forgotten them with all the frustration of trying to join you, but I will message you about them later.
Okay. Has everyone watched the free workshop on the basics of Ho'oponopono that I'd done, that's up on page?
Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them.
No, because I didn't find that either. I thought I'd missed something last week.
Yeah, it's on the page.
What
Did
page?
you see it, Daniela?
No, darling, I only saw the event about a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
and I really just entered your website just now, so I have I didn't have a look at nothing yet.
No, it's all right. It's just when we start on our Ho'oponopono journeys, and especially for me, I couldn't say it for a start. It's not the easiest of words to say. I wasn't sure how to spell it or how many ponos there were. And it took a little while for me to get used to that. And it took hours and hours of studying with Dr. Hugh Len, Mabel Katz, Joe Vitale, Matthew Dixon, you know, and
Sorry,
it's okay.
it's the gas
Like I
mask.
said in the, yeah, when I said in the meditation, if there's external noises, just let them go. It's not a problem. It's nothing to worry about. It's life.
Myself, I'm doing the John Vitale certification. I have been doing Ho'oponopono for myself,
Yeah.
daily, day and night, day and night. I work as a hairdresser. I work from home, and I'm constantly doing it with all my clients and like throughout my work mentally. And I've been finding it's been helping. It's been very, very helpful, and it's very easy. But obviously, it's all new to me, so I haven't been practicing it for a very long time. So I'm just finding my way through whatever comes out of anything I can learn from. So I'm sure the universe directed me to you, Emily.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a funny thing that happened after the last workshop. A lady came to me and she said, can you help me with this question? And I said, okay, I'll try. So I answered a question. And she said to me that 10 years ago, she had done the Sith Ho'oponopono and that she didn't understand it. And she'd been spending the last 10 years asking her instructor to help. And the instructor was ignoring her. And she said that I'd answered more questions in that meeting and helped more than she'd had in those 10 years. And that blew me away because I try to be authentic and help explain it the way I understand it. Because if I try and be Joe or Dr. Hugh Len or Matthew or anyone else, then I'm not being myself. And the whole thing about Ho'oponopono is it's all about learning that you come first. And when we get that into our heads that actually I can see that all these things are going on around us or around me, but I have to put me first, then things start falling into place. And I start realizing that, you know what, everything is an opportunity to clean, but I'm not cleaning on that person. So if I see a person who has a problem, whereas before I used to go, yeah, I'll help you. How can I help? What can I do? You know, all of a sudden I found myself going, okay, so what is there within that, what that person's bringing up that I need to clean on in me? What is the universe saying through that person? What is upsetting me or frustrating me that I can hear coming up in their life that's also coming up for me in mine? And sometimes the things that come up are so far from what it looked like in the first place, it's untrue. But I wouldn't have got there if I hadn't been cleaning on it. So I might clean on something at first thinking it's one problem, and the more I clean on it, the more the problem, if you think of the problem like an onion, so I'm cleaning on the onion and the layer of skin drops away and I have a whole new onion to clean on, and then another layer has dropped away and I've got a new, and you just do that until there's nothing left, until there's no more resentment, no more frustration, no more hurt, no more anger, and all you feel for the situation is love. And it works for the most crazy things. Sometimes if you apply it to just a surface something, you know, like if you spilt your tea in the morning, you've got your cup of tea and you spilt it, and you go, and then you go, actually, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. And you can let that go pretty much instantly, can't you? It's only a cup of tea, unless you manage to throw it over your work clothes or something, in which case it'd be a bit more than just one lot of I love you, I'm sorry.
Your laptop.
Yeah, or your laptop. But if you take something that's a really big issue, like COVID or something like that, you can clean on that. And as you lose those layers, as those things drop away, you find that there is so much there that it's doing for you that you can be grateful for, that you never noticed at first because you were so frustrated about it, you just couldn't see straight. I hope that helps in some way, and I hope that makes sense to people. So
Yeah, definitely. It's often not what you think you're on right away. It's what comes up after, and after it's like, oh, okay. you get down through the layers a little bit.
that's right. Well, it's so refreshing as each layer drops off. It's like a mini enlightenment. It's like, aha, and then aha.
Connected. Didn't know that was connected. Yeah.
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 That's the beauty of Ho'oponopono, and that's why it works for so many things. And in the workshop, and I don't want to just go over the workshop because I know you've got access to it, so you can go on and you can read it and follow it and see what it says. But you'll see that the importance of the words, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. Because when we do that sometimes, and we're learning, and particularly even when I did my advanced Ho'oponopono, I was sat there and I was listening, and I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and all these things coming up, and I still wasn't getting it. And it was only when I had, you know, I was cleaning on not getting it. You know, I was doing it and I was cleaning, but I still wasn't quite getting it. And I'm Aspie. I like to know why things work. I like to know the ins and outs of everything. So to be able to look at myself in much detail and apply the words and know and feel why I'm doing it on a deeper level really, really helped. And without using the technical jargon. So I'm just thinking if there was something else that we could do. So are all three of you ladies, are you all new to Ho'oponopono?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously you introduced me to it a few weeks ago, but yes, definitely beginner. And
Daniela, have you come across Sacred Freedom Protocol yet?
No.
No? Would you like to learn since we have a little bit of time? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And Mum, Fiona?
Yeah, go for it.
Quite happy.
Okay. And can you see my shoulders and my head and my hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Well, not at the moment, because now I can see the other lady.
Okay. So if you go to your camera, your screeny bit, you should be able to find me in there.
Yeah.
But I won't.
You're there now.
Am I there? Okay, cool. Yep. So what I'd like to share is Sacred Freedom Protocol, and it's tapping. Now, EFT is, I'm a master EFT and TFT practitioner as well, because I didn't like just knowing the basic oh, you do this with Ho'oponopono. I needed to take it further. And I've learned that the tapping, it's all to do with traditional Chinese medicine, energy medicine practice, where it's your meridian system. So it's the way that your energy flows around your body. So when we're doing our Ho'oponopono, we know there's a blockage. We know because it's arisen in our mind, it's a thought, and we're going, okay, we're frustrated with that. Okay. So we know it's there, but Sacred Freedom Protocol helps. It's a tool. It helps take away the blockage, not just on a mental level, but on a physical level. Now, I don't know whether you all understand the way that all negativity will, given time, manifest itself as a physical illness or a disease. It ends up somewhere in the body as a blockage. So by using the tapping on our systems to get the energy flowing, we can release blocks quicker. So now, can you see my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and can you see where I'm pointing to on my hand? This bit, it's just above my knuckle, in the space between my finger and my thumb.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you guys do the same yourselves, so that your fingers just touching that squishy part of it's just where it goes squishy, below your bone?
It's 2 fingers you use, wasn't it?
You can use 2 fingers, or you can use 1. It depends on your preference, really. You can use 2 fingers, or you can use 1 finger, or you can use the side of your hand. You can even, if you have no fingers at all, you can also visualize doing it with your finger,
Oh.
So, but if you've got hands and fingers, then it really helps to do it. So we tap at least 7 times on this space. So, and while we're tapping, we're saying, I love you.
Yeah.
So we think it's just like normal Ho'oponopono. We're thinking of whatever the problem is. We're bringing the problem that's in our mind to the front of our mind, and we're telling ourselves, I love you. And then we move on from our hands to the crown of our heads. I love you. So now you can say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, by tapping on your head. So I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't need them on right now. And it helps so you can see where I'm going now. So this is the third eye. It's just above where your eyebrows are, there in the middle, that space. And we tap this space here. And we say, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. Now, you can use 2 hands for this bit, or you can just do it on one side of your face. I prefer to use 2 hands and do both sides. So now we go to the space just between the corner of our eye and our temple. So, and tap it. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. And now we move to this bit, just, where your bone is, your cheekbone, I think it is, just below your eye here. And you tap gently, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. I love you, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. Now we go back to one hand, or if you was using one hand, you're still cool to do that. This little bit just below your nose, above your lip, you've got like a little indentation there, and it's just that spot there. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. And now this bit here, you see, oh, hold on. Someone's joining us. So you see this bit here below the chin. This bit here is your next tapping point. So if you want to kind of, you'll catch up shortly, Alan, don't worry. I'll go through it again in a second for you. So here, it's tap it on there, and it's I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you.
Can you just explain that last one a little bit clearer? Is it literally just below your lip, or is it down at the root of your teeth? You know, like if you could imagine it on the inside, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of the same. It's like, you know, underneath where your lip is. If your lip was a window ledge, it's the bit under there.
So just direct under your lip. Okay.
Yeah, but it's kind of the
because obviously, yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's anywhere in between where your dimply bit of your chin is and the bottom lip. So anywhere there should be spot on.
Thank you.
No bother. And then after that, we move over to our collarbone. So we go to our collarbone. I don't know if you can see that very well. And here, where our collarbone meets our breastbone, it's kind of like a little triangle-y bit there. And we tap on there. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. And now we go back to the point on our hand. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. So that's absolutely all of it pretty much. And what we do with SFP or EFT is we just bring the problem to mind and we can apply a phrase. Now, the phrases with the EFT is very similar to the phrases in Sacred Freedom Protocol. And the words are, even though I feel, and you'd add however you feel, so frustrated or angry or sad or happy, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Okay, so I'll repeat that again. So we'd say, even though I feel, and then add the word to explain how we're feeling. I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. So would everyone like to join in? Even though I feel, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself.
Accept myself.
That's right. So we think, we bring our problem to mind and we think of the issue. And then we go into tapping. So at first we have the issue to mind and we'll have it in our head and we'll tap. And then we apply the phrase. So even though I feel, I'll use the word frustrated because maybe none of us feel frustrated right now, but you know, I suppose it's a good word to go for. So even though I feel frustrated, so even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself.
Myself.
Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. And now we move on to the crown. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. And now on to the third eye. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. And now the sides of the eyes. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, accept and forgive myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, accept and forgive myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. And now under the eyes. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. And if you forget how many times you've said it, like I just did, it doesn't matter, carry on, it doesn't mess anything up. I was really relieved when I heard that for the first time. so here,
it doesn't matter if you switch the sentences upside down a little bit either while you're going along, as long as you say the words.
That's right. So it's all, the power is in the words and not in the way that you say them. So you can change your order about. Pardon?
How many times are you doing it, like normally for each position?
3. Well, you tap as many times as you do, but as long as it's more than 7.
You say it 3 times.
And you should repeat it 3 times.
Okay.
I try and remember the rule of 3. It's harder when you do square breathing and you're doing it in 10 rounds of 10, and then you really, really confuse yourself.
And then you're trying to do things in 3s as well, yeah.
Yeah. You need an abacus. Just count the balls.
Even though I'm feeling confused.
Yeah. So we'll move on to this. This is where we were. The nose, underneath the nose. So even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Onto the chin, below the lip, like your lips are shell, stick your lip out and stick it under there. So even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Collarbone. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, accept myself. So now onto the hand. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. And even though I feel frustrated, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. So there you go. That's the full round. And I don't know, but would anyone like to share how they actually feel right now after trying that?
Feel frustrated, but that like halfway through, I noticed I didn't feel frustrated about, like to say, earlier on, it was like, I haven't got done what I wanted to do today because the weather's off and I had the tech problems, and it was like, So yeah, I would say by about halfway through, I'm going, yeah, I feel good. Shush dog.
And Daniela, how did you find it?
It was easy to remember even the words. I was saying I am unflexible because I have been having issues with my flexibility, with my knees, and it has been a big block for me. So while you were saying you are frustrated, I don't actually feel frustrated. In such a way, I am frustrated because I can't do exercise like I want to do, or I can't go for a nice walk. But the word unflexible came for me. So even though I feel unflexible, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. So
how flexible are you feeling now?
I will let you know when I get up.
It's brilliant. Thank you for that. And Mum?
New to me. I mean, I've heard of EFT before, but I've never actually practiced it.
Well, it's the same very much for EFT. The only difference with EFT and Sacred Freedom Protocol is you're blending your Ho'oponopono.
Okay.
So instead of saying you love and accept yourself, you're forgiving yourself too. So you're loving, you're forgiving, and then you're accepting yourself. So even though that you feel like that, you're telling yourself it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that love for yourself and that acceptance of as it is and that forgiving yourself, it starts dropping away them skins, them onion layers, And I reckon that, because EFT does work for flexibility, it works for PTSD and many things. So, and it's perfectly safe to do for just about everything. People have even recovered from cancer using EFT and visualization methods. So, yeah.
Is the positioning, like, is it like there is 9, I think? Is it 9?
Down.
9 positions or 7?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 positions, but 9 because you do that twice.
Yes, okay. Is there a sort of step by step? Are they always done in the same?
It's always done in the same way. You can change your words, you can.
What can you change, for example, instead of you start here, or let's say you start at the hand and then you do the temples instead of the crown? Would that make any difference?
I was taught by 3 different EFT teachers and TFT, and it says that you should always start with the same place, finish with the same place, and follow that because of the energy flow, the way it flows. Now, I don't know how correct that is, but I learned with Matthew Dixon. I've done it with Dawson Church, who's one of the leading experts in EFT and TFT, and I've done it with Graham Nichols as well. So you may find that these people choose to do it in that order, but if it works for you in a slightly different way, then I can't see what the problem with that is. Because sometimes it's better to go for intuition than anything else.
Yes. It's just until you get used to it. I mean, I knew there were 9 positions, and I knew you start and you finish in the same place. But then to remember, like, the way you do it all the time, always in the same rhythm.
With
I might
repetition.
remember first the hand, then the crown.
Yeah.
Then the third eye, then underneath the eyes. No, not
so it's temples.
Temples, then underneath the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the shoulder, and back to the hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. It's one of those things where, like Ho'oponopono, the more you repeat it,
The more
neurons which fire together, wire together. That's a bit of neuroscience for you. So basically, the more that you do it, the more you will train your body to do it until you don't have to think, oh, where do I go next? Because you'll just do it because it's natural, because you've done it that many times that it does come naturally. You're creating a new habit.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you think of whatever's frustrating you, maybe like work or something like that, or your inflexibility, and you just tap on that. And always at least start, because if you don't want to say, even though I feel, I deeply love and forgive and accept myself, even if you don't want to start saying that lots and lots and lots of times, even though it'll work better for you if you do. Yeah. So if you want a shortcut, at least start off with that, and then think of the thing as you think of whatever's frustrating you as you tap. But psychologically, the more you repeat those words, the quicker you will get a result.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense and explains the science a little. Yes. And I am actually, there's not was about it. I was or am planning teaching a proper one session just like this, but in a little bit more detail with the slides. And I want to put a little picture on so that you can see, without just looking at me, exactly where you're tapping, because it is difficult sometimes over a camera, So I've got the Health Ho'oponopono coming up next week. We've got another circle the week after. After that, I'm doing one for money and abundance, bringing in prosperity. And that Ho'oponopono's the Saturday after the money one. And there's quite a few other ones, isn't there? There's trying to learn and tune into who you are through Ho'oponopono as well, coming up. So not next week, not the week, 2 weeks from that. It's 2 weeks from that, I think. So there's plenty coming up in how to apply the Ho'oponopono in different ways for those that would like it. So, oh, there we go. So we've gone through that. You've bonused out because you've managed to learn to apply Sacred Freedom Protocol, which none of us was expecting today, but that was the way of the universe, and I'm really grateful for that. And now I'd like to share Morna's prayer with you all, if that's okay. Now, what we do is we bring to mind what it is that we've got an issue with. And then we say, so if you want to just close your eyes or lower your head, whatever you do when you pray. And don't worry if you're not into God or anything like that. You're talking to your higher power, which is the source within you, which is the divine. It's nothing at all to do with any particular God. You can have a purple-headed unicorn if you'd like, or the universe, or whatever you'd like. So just bear that in mind. This is how we do it. It's not religious. It's just something that's the higher power and that we understand and accept is our higher power. Spirit, superconscious, please locate the origin of my feelings and frustrations, thoughts of the issues here today, and take each and every level, layer and area and aspect of my being to this origin. Analyze it and resolve it perfectly with God's truth, and come through all generations of time and eternity, healing every incident and its appendages based on the origin. Please do it according to God's will until I am at the present, filled with light and truth, God's peace and God's love, forgiveness of myself for my incorrect perceptions, and forgiveness of every person, every place, all the circumstances and events which contributed to these feelings and thoughts. Amen. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all your patience with the techie issues and things. I am really super grateful for this opportunity. And I really hope that I'll get to see you again in another meeting. So thank you.